Private sector ultimate beneficiary of trade policies, Foreign Minister at opening ceremony of 3rd WTO Trade Policy Review. Minister Ramsamy calls on developed countries to spend more on agri-research. Dr. Walter Rodney's wife testifies as COI continues, and government commits in Paris to rectify AML-CFT deficiencies. With this Gina News Capsule, I'm Gina Carter. Good evening. Sustainable agriculture research is critical to the development of the agriculture sector. Hence, Minister of Agriculture Dr. Leslie Ramsamy has called on the developed and developing countries to invest more in this regard. Minister Ramsamy was at the time speaking at the Agriculture Ministry's annual research conference at the Guyana International Conference Center.
Without research, the productivity that we have today would not have been achieved. And without research, our goal of feeding the world, creating a food-secure world, and a nutrition-secure world cannot be achieved.
The three-day conference was aimed at highlighting the importance of research in the area of rice and other agricultural products. Because of sound policies and prudent management on the part of the current administration, investors continue to not only show interest, but they have been making significant investments in the local economy that have been benefiting all citizens. The most recent such investment in the local economy was made by Republic Bank Limited, as it opened a new branch at the Edward Village, West Coast, Berbice. During the opening ceremony of the new facility on Saturday last, member of the Board of Directors Derwin Howell, in his remarks, noted that the opening of the branch is significant for the company as it solidifies their vision to strengthen relation with the Region 5 communities. According to Howell, it is the company's excellent vision that continues to guide the bank's strategic focus for expansion, upgrade, and innovation. Guyana is currently undergoing its 3rd trade policy review by the World Trade Organization. These reviews are carried out once every 6 years, with the first 2 being conducted in 2003 and 2009. The function of the review mechanism is to examine the impact of a member's trade policies and practices on the multilateral trading system. The 2-member technical team from the WTO Secretariat is in Guyana to conduct the TPR. A formal opening ceremony was recently held at the Foreign Service Institute, which saw the attendance of Prime Minister Samuel Hines, Minister of Foreign Affairs Caroline Rodrigues-Burkett, and heads of a number of government agencies. Despite the setbacks and adversity she experienced through the death of her husband, Dr. Patricia Rodney completed her testimony before the Walter Rodney Commission of Inquiry as it continued.
I would also like to express my appreciation to the Commission, to the people and government of Guyana, the peoples I put first, and the government of Guyana for making sure that this happened. It took a long time, but I had always hoped for this to happen so that Guyanese could begin to heal, that I could and my family could carry on with our lives.
Pointing out that surveillance of Dr. Rodney began as early as in England, she noted that the harassment experienced by her family was extended to their in-laws, friends, and even affected their children. On Monday, the Financial Action Task Force International Cooperation Review Group reviewed Guyana during a meeting in Paris, France. Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Anil Nandlal represented the country at the review. In his presentation, the Attorney General reiterated the country's commitment to international financial legislation and reported that an action plan was worked out between Guyana and the Americas Regional Review Group, in which certain technical deficiencies were identified in Guyana's AML-CFT regime, and time frames were agreed upon for these deficiencies to be rectified. Attorney General highlighted that a national task force has been established comprising of very high-ranking members of government and important stakeholders, agencies of the state, and that the national task force is currently reviewing a 5-year plan for Guyana's AML-CFT regime. Thank you for watching this Gina News Capsule. Do join us again. I'm Janelle Carter. Good night.